just crushed a workout, and I am so stoked as this is one of my favorite reviews every year. What's going on, guys? It's Karl here, back with another episode that I have been waiting for. I'm sure some of you have as well. It is my review of the Nike Apple Watch Series 4. Series 4 has been out now for a couple weeks. I've just got my regular aluminum one sitting off to the side, but the Nike Apple editions have just shipped this past weekend. I've already worked out a couple times, and here are my full thoughts if this guy can actually get you in half decent shape. Theoretically, all of the Nike editions are exactly the same as the regular ones. They just have limited edition watch faces, and of course the Nike app preloaded, which I honestly don't use as much as I'm not too big of a runner. And the one thing that I do kind of wish, I have my Series 3 kind of sitting off to the side, that was in stainless steel, and I really wish there was a stainless steel edition Nike version. The stainless steel one though is just a bit more premium, it's a bit heftier, but it's kind of down to your personal preference. I know that the cheaper ones are usually the ones that do sell way better. So with the build out of the way, the Nike editions also come with the special perforated band. You can kind of get it in this silverish gray, very actually close to the shirt that I'm wearing, or a black version. The nice thing, you can always grab those after the fact. And as you may know, all of the previous watch straps from say your Series 3, Series 2 do fit onto the Series 4, which is always a nice little bonus, and you don't have to grab any extra bands and accessories and spend that extra money. If this is your first time watching a Series 4 video, this is the first time we've had a completely new redesign, which has been much needed for Apple Watches. The watch face is actually 30% larger and a bit thinner than last year's Series 3. The display now goes further to the edge, and say when you're viewing photos or any application, it takes full advantage of having that extra screen real estate. I like to have my watch face on the simple Nike Watch edition. I honestly only use my watch to say tell the time, and when I'm using it when I'm working out, I am tracking what's going on. You can of course change those to some of the new updated watch faces. I think you can get up to 8 different complications. I think those are a tad bit too busy. I guess the weather could be useful, but I would never really look to things like UVI index, where the sun is on other places of the world. It honestly just comes down to personal preference. Simplicity is kind of my thing, and I think that really mimics when I have my regular normal watch on. It literally just tells the time and date. 2 things that you probably need to know. So other new things coming to Series 4 other than the display is the back is now redesigned. That's made completely out of black ceramic and sapphire. That should allow cell reception easily in through both ends. And I find that taking calls with this guy, I have my LTE just normal Series 4 version here. I can end up leaving my iPhone at home, which is definitely something that I do when I tend to work out. So all of that out of the way, does the Series 4, does the Nike edition really get you in shape? And that kind of brings me to every year's discussion. I think it's great to have. I think it's a nice extra little motivation piece, but the true motivation for you to work out has to come from within. Within you, you have to be the one that wants to go to the gym. You have to be the one that gets your butt out of the seat to go outside to exercise. A watch won't make you do that. It could though maybe give you that little subconscious nudge that, yeah, my friends are closing their rings faster than I am, I need to get out there. Or maybe you're staring at it on your wrist and you've said, hey, I've spent $200 on this watch, I should probably use it for what I initially bought it for. Could be. Totally could be, but I've always been someone that's active, and hopefully through this video, I can help encourage you. Please guys, get off your butts, go do something, no matter what it takes. It is only half an hour out of 24 hours in the day to keep your heart healthy, to keep your mind healthy, to help build some muscles. No matter what the type of activity it is, go out there, get it, crush it for the day, and I guarantee you, you will end up feeling better. That was my little motivational rant for the day, but how this guy actually tracks fitness, for the actual activities that it does promote, it tracks them very well, especially for running, especially for swimming, especially for being on a bike. But for other types of workouts, especially weightlifting, which I do a ton, I can only choose other, which only tracks how fast my heart is beating to calculate how many calories I'm burning. It doesn't really take into account how much weight you're lifting, and say for example the other day I was doing a very heavy leg day. The Apple Watch said that I only burned 600 calories, which I just don't think is that accurate. Yes, it's not really on my leg, it can't really track those motions, but I think that's where this guy struggles a bit. I think in the workout screen, Apple should have a manual option where you can enter your own workouts, where you can say, add the amount of weight that you're pushing. Of course, there are calculations to have, but that's a better estimate than the other training method. But other than those small nuances, and maybe that's just a small percentage of athletes out there, I think the Apple Watch is a great addition to help you get in shape. Yes, you still need that intrinsic motivation from yourself. I think it kind of crushes the rest of the competition in terms of wearable tech and for something that you use for fitness. Mind you, I haven't really mentioned that this guy can still run most of the apps that say your iPhone can. And to tell you the truth, I have most of my notifications turned off. Yes, you can glance to check them, but I do like to stay disconnected from the tech space. It's important to live in the moment in the RL. Just kind of keep that in mind when you have a piece of smart tech that's essentially on you at all times. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know it was a tad bit different and maybe a bit more of a motivational talk to get some of you off your butts and to start exercising, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Hope to catch some of you in some of my next ones or perhaps in one of my vlogs. Peace. And PS, I will be sticking around in the comments and trying to answer all of your guys' fitness questions. I know that a ton of you always ask me some. You know where to hit me up.